It's gonna be okay. All right. You that's depressed, you that's lacking self esteem, you that's lacking confidence, it's going to be okay. One of my managers told me something when I was having a tough time. If you guys know anything about me, if you watch some of my prior videos, I'm in sales, and sales could be quite stressful. And some of the weirdest things happen. Some of the weirdest um, situations happen when you're a salesperson because you're dealing with people all the time. And my manager told me something that relates to life. One time he said, it doesn't get easier, but you handle hard better. And I thought about that in my early 20s and my mid 20s. There are some things that happened, and I thought it was the end of the world, but I'm dealing with those same situations now, and it's I'm dealing with it just fine, you know. Um, so I want to encourage you to change your perspective on life because your perspective is important. To be transparent, I believe that your perspective is the most important thing because it's freedom. So, for example, you can deal with a situation that you hate, and that situation is something that um, you feel as if it's traumatizing. It's something that's going to break you. But if you change your perspective about it, you have freedom over that situation. And it don't tell me that, oh, you don't know what I'm dealing with. You don't know what I'm going through. No, because I have a book that I'm reading by Viktor Frankl. I hope that's how you say his name. Um, and it's called A Man's Search for Meaning. And this guy was in the Holocaust, and he had a positive attitude throughout the Holocaust because he felt like that's his freedom. The Nazis weren't gonna take away his freedom. If you're telling me you're in a worse situation than that, then I don't know what to tell you. This guy's wife was taken away from him. She died. His parents died. He lost everyone. People all around him had diseases, and he still found a way to stay positive through it all. So that's something that changed my perspective. Um, Sometimes there are things that happen to us in our life. We feel like it's the end of the world. Um, you know, One of the main things is a loss of a loved one when you feel truly rejected by somebody that you loved. That person cheats on you or they just left you. You feel like it's the end of the world. It's not. It's a temporary. Yeah, it's a temporary problem. And as long as you have the right perspective, um, it's gonna be okay. So your perspective matters in every situation that you're going through, and I need you to stay positive, and I need you to feel positive. I need you to um, understand that life is a journey. Okay, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. You're going to be tested, and there's going to be a time for joy too. Okay, if you're in a situation where things aren't going well for you, um, the best thing that I can tell you is to start looking at things that you can be grateful for and just start over there. Okay. Um, I studied myself, and there were times where I was in a bad mood, and when I was in a bad mood, it's like I was looking for things to piss me off, so I can have a reason to be angrier or to lash out. And this is the tricks the brain plays on you. It's like when you're angry or thinking upset or discouraged, you look for more reasons to be that way, as opposed to think about it when you were happy. When you're happy, it's like, all right, cool. Like, you're saying hi to everyone. You're in this high vibration. You can be like that all the time. It's just going to be harder. So just because it's hard, that doesn't mean it's impossible. So earlier today, I had a situation that pissed me off, and I was hungry, and I I just felt like I was losing my my freedom because I let things get the better of me, and I started getting pissed off at things. Somebody cut me off, and I was just like, yo. And then I thought to myself, why am I feeling like this? I can choose how I react and how I feel about whatever bothered me. I can choose how I react. Yes, it's upsetting, but I can choose how I react. I don't have to be a dick to people. I don't have to be, um, you know, have a bad attitude. And instantly, I changed. I asked God for forgiveness, and I said, you know what, whatever. I'm going to change my perspective, and I'm gonna just act as if I was a happy person, as if I was in a good mood, even though I wasn't. you know so these are some small decisions you have to make in your life if you want the best out of life, because the whole point is, you're going to attract more of what you are. That's an unspoken rules, unwritten rule. We don't learn that at school, but you do attract more of what you are. And if you're in a situation um, where nothing is working for you and you have a bad attitude, or if you feel like you're not worthy of love, or you feel as if you can't make money, you feel as if money is something that only a certain selective of people can get, you're not going to get that. And it's a fact. Okay, you need to change your perspective, and sometimes the opposite of what you want will happen, and that's just life testing you. And you just need to have that warrior spirit. All right. So that's, where is your warrior spirit? It takes a warrior to look at a situation that is, you know, it takes it takes a warrior to look at a situation that is outright impossible, and and say, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I can beat this. Think about how David felt when Goliath, way bigger than him. Goliath was like, the way Goliath was spoken is as if he was a giant, but David won because he had a warrior spirit. If you know the story about David and Goliath, oftentimes it's the people that have the warrior spirits are the ones that God chooses to do great things, and that's something that if you don't have it now, you can develop it, and you could just start right now. If you're watching this, then that means there's something out there that probably bothered you that you're probably not. Um, it's discomfort, but that one thing that you're dealing with, that discomfort, that uncomfortable feeling, you tell that feeling you're going to be happy, because whatever you want from that is going to happen. For example, I'll give you some examples. Your spouse left you. You tell yourself, you know what? I'm going to be happy one day with a lover. You don't know when it's gonna happen, but you feel but you know that it's going to happen. If your bank account is negatives right now, if you're in debt, if your bank account is on zero, you don't know when your next um, check is coming. You tell yourself that you're going to have more money in your account than you can imagine. If your health is not really good right now, you tell yourself, "Man, I feel great. That's how you start. That's how you start building that warrior spirit. Okay, you don't bow down to challenges, and you don't bow down to discomfort. You don't bow down to pain, and you don't bow down to um, situations that you can't control. You have freedom over it, and wherever you're at, whatever you're dealing with, you're going to get better. You're going to get out of it, and you're going to get through this. You're gonna be okay.